Yo, what is up guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall channel, your source for on point and no hype reviews. We are back yet again, everybody. We are back with another fragrance review today on my beautiful day off. And today we are going to talk about a fragrance that comes from the house of Louis Vuitton. Yes, Louis Vuitton yet again, guys. This is not a new Louis Vuitton fragrance, guys, but best believe there are a lot of really positive feedback regarding this fragrance right here. Now, before I continue, please do not forget to like and subscribe, guys, okay? Liking, subscribing, and watching the ads is a great big deal to this channel. We are headed to 13K, guys, so please continue that support. I appreciate you guys every single day I'm on this channel. And the fragrance that we will be talking about today is none other than Louis Vuitton's Sur La Rue. Sur La Rue by Louis Vuitton is our fragrance review today. And right here, guys, Louis Vuitton, man, what can I say about Louis Vuitton? This is a big fashion house, and of course they do make fragrances, but then when it comes to fragcom, I think that we are getting a huge wave of people that really love Louis Vuitton perfumes, and that's pretty evident in all my videos. Almost all my Louis Vuitton videos have a pretty high view count because a lot of people are interested in them, but they are also interested in a pretty unbiased view, a no hype, unbiased view on these fragrances. Just like with anything, guys, with Louis Vuitton fragrances, you do have lovers and haters. There are people that hate it primarily because of the price, and also they do bring up performance. So I always bring up performance when it comes to the reviews, but there are some people that love these fragrances, guys, primarily because of the scent. And this fragrance, Sur La Rue, has been getting a lot of positive feedback indeed. Probably not as popular as the other LV fragrances like Meteore and Imagination and Ombre Nomad, but definitely a lot of people that have owned this have said nothing but good things about this fragrance. So that is precisely what I will do today, guys. I will be breaking down this scent note by note. I will describe to you guys the scent development, pretty much what you can expect out of the smell of Sur La Rue, and of course how it relates to the concept, and of course we will be talking about usage and performance on this fragrance. All right, I guess it's time, guys. Let's go spray this perfume right now. Okay, guys, now let's talk about Louis Vuitton's Sur La Rue, shall we? Now let's look into the concept real quickly of Louis Vuitton Sur La Rue. Sur La Rue is a French term, but in English it basically means on the road, okay? It means on the road. And when I think about this concept from an American's perspective, I do think about maybe like an out-of-towner taking the car out, going out of town, going somewhere to where maybe there are greener landscapes where we can enjoy some fresh air, something like that, guys. But I do know when it comes to these fragrances, they are heavily influenced by European landscapes or backdrops, unless it's specified, like, you know, California Dream, for example. But right here, Sur La Rue, I really don't mean to jump ahead, guys, but I really do feel like this is inspired by the European landscape. It's hitting the road, yes, it's leaving and going out of town, but I do picture with the actual scent kind of like the European countryside, whether it's in England or whether it's in the south of France or it's in Tuscany, something like that, guys, where you take maybe a convertible and go out there and enjoy what the landscape has to offer. And so that is basically one of the concepts of Sur La Rue right here. Now, if you look at the Louis Vuitton website and the literature on Sur La Rue, you'll also see that there is another type of inspiration right here, which basically says Sur La Rue also figuratively means a personal journey, guys, a personal journey in life, moving forward despite all the trials and tribulations, staying positive and moving forward. That is what this fragrance is about. So we've got the outdoorsy, hitting the road, enjoying the countryside type of deal, and then we've also got the personal journey. Sounds all positive, right? So that is the inspiration of Louis Vuitton Sur La Rue. Now, of course, the question is, does this fragrance deliver on that part? In my opinion, absolutely. Let's look into the notes real quickly, guys. So on the top notes of Louis Vuitton Sur La Rue, you are going to get Calabrian citron, you are going to get Calabrian bergamot, and you are going to get pink peppercorn right here. Now, let me describe this to you because this is pretty much one of the best parts of this fragrance right here. The initial citrusy blast is something to really enjoy right here. And the thing I'll say about this citrusy blast is that, number one, it is a multifaceted citrusy blast. It is not a one-dimensional citrusy blast that you're gonna like write off as maybe a generic citrusy blast. No, it's not even lemon pledge. This is a multifaceted citrus blast, and that's obvious because this is the Calabrian bergamot. Calabrian citron is probably the highest quality. You're gonna get the brightness of lemon, and then you're also gonna get the crisp and maybe a little bit of pungent side of that bergamot, but it's like a crisp bergamot. And then you're also getting kind of like a tart citrus as well. So it's like three different things all at once. It is not going to be a simple citrus effect right here with Sur La Rue. And another thing that's so great about this citrus intro is that it does not go away so quickly, okay? And you know, this is kind of like reminiscent of how Sun Song performs. I know that that's a discontinued one. I still reviewed it anyways. And the thing about Sun Song that this one also has is a pretty much prolonged citrus opener. So if you enjoyed this multifaceted photorealistic citrusy opening, guys, you are going to enjoy it pretty much for an hour to an hour 30, guys. And as you guys are enjoying that beautiful citrus right here, you are going to get a slight touch of pink pepper, as I've said. And the pink pepper basically adds an aromatic touch to this, guys, okay? It might be familiar to y'all, typical bergamot, lemon, as well as pink pepper. But let me say this, that the pink pepper is only a light touch right here. At the end of the day, the star of the show is going to be your Calabrians, okay? Your Calabrian bergamot and Calabrian citron. This is gonna be all out, a huge burst right in the beginning. Now, what I like about this fragrance Sur La Rue is how it develops into the mid, guys, okay? So it's not over. You're gonna enjoy the citruses with that pink pepper, but then into the mid comes this beautiful grass accord, guys, okay? This grass accord does pop out, and it's this green, fresh grass accord. And right then and there, guys, I mean, if you thought about the concept of hitting the road and enjoying the European landscapes, guys, I mean, this fulfills it right here. So you've got the brightness and the different touches of citrus, guys, to make you feel like you're in the outdoors. But now you've got this grass accord that really gives the green part, and really it gives you a photorealistic feel of being on the European countryside, maybe in a convertible. Again, the feeling is quite amazing with this green grass accord. Past an hour, another beautiful note comes in, and that is the note of Hidione. This is a white floral, guys, okay? So as you're enjoying the citruses and the green grass, in comes the white floral of Hidione as another dimension to this mid, guys. And again, that completes the whole mix, guys, okay? That is basically the European countryside in a bottle. Figuratively speaking, maybe the lemon is kind of like the feel of the sunlight, and then you've got that airiness, that greenness, that freshness from that green grass accord, and then you've also got the Hidione to add another layer of freshness, a white floral right there, and then of course you've got pink peppercorn to give it an aromatic touch. What a lovely combination right here so far, guys. And again, this is the impact part. This is what this fragrance is really known for. If you're into these things, listen up or maybe get a sample real quickly. Now, when it comes to the opening to the mid of Louis Vuitton Sur La Rue, there are a couple ways I can think of that, you know, I can really utilize this fragrance, guys. And one of them really is for your own personal feels, guys. And actually, I made a survey on the channel, and a lot of you guys participated on this, and I asked you guys, what do you guys buy fragrances for, really? Some of y'all want to attract the opposite sex, some of y'all do it for compliments, but really most of y'all, majority of people that responded, said that it's all about the personal feels. It's all about fragrances that will make you feel a certain way, guys. And in my opinion, number one, this fragrance Sur La Rue is all about that. I mean, it does give you a very positive feeling, a meditative feeling. It does teleport you to the European countryside. But mostly, guys, I think that it will not only affect you, but in my opinion, it will affect other people around you as well. So this is, much like other Louis Vuitton fragrances, a mood enhancer, much like Afternoon Swim and other fragrances. They're really good at mood enhancing, guys. And so I think that number one, this is a great mood enhancer. And number two, I think that this is a great fragrance for work. Nothing is better than taking that positive vibe from this fragrance and taking it into work where you could possibly, you know, hit some roadblocks and stressors. And so this fragrance will will definitely take you away for a minute or briefly teleport you into the European landscapes, if you will. And again, it will put you in a positive mood no matter what. So I think that this would be great for work. I think it's also great for the type of work that is interpersonal, where you're actually interacting with customers, because, you know, this type of beautiful vibe will affect the people around you without a doubt. And yes, I'm not gonna lie, this fragrance does have a little bit of a designer vibe. Maybe it might smell redundant if you're used to citrus and pink pepper, and some people have actually compared this fragrance to Acqua di Gio's Profondo Lights. Now, the original Acqua di Gio, it's been a while. I mean, the last time I smelled that was like high school or something. Now, in my opinion, they're not even really that close, guys. Profondo Lights right here does have a lot of aquatic notes. This one doesn't. This one is more on the citron aspect. And the difference basically is that this one, in my opinion, Sur La Rue, is a lot more photorealistic, natural smelling compared to this one right here. But the thing I'll say is that both fragrances do perform when it comes to the heat, guys, okay? When it's hot outside, really, really hot, and you're sweating, guys, and you want to use a fragrance that will really make you feel fresh, I think that both of these perform really well under the lights or under the sunlight. Louis Vuitton's Sur La Rue, in my opinion, smells pretty classy as well, guys, okay? It's pretty inoffensive. Okay, it's pretty neutral. It's positive in its mood. Really, it's got the outdoors with you right here. Whether you're wearing something simple all the way up to something really expensive, like rocking a Louis Vuitton bag or Louis Vuitton jeans, guys, I really think that this fragrance will make you smell classy, especially in the daytime, no matter what you are rocking outdoors. It is an unbelievable, beautiful juice, in my opinion, that is made for outdoorsy encounters. Now, the dry down of Louis Vuitton Sur La Rue is actually an interesting contrast to the natural smelling start to mid of this fragrance. The start to mid, again, very natural smelling, smells like the outdoors, the landscapes of Europe while you're hitting the road. But then right here on the dry down, it does get synthetic, because the main note here will be ISOE Super. Yep, that's right, ISOE Super, which a lot of y'all love. I mean, I love ISOE Super, guys. And ISOE Super, if I could describe the smell of that, that basically is the smell of woods and musk, okay? There's a little bit of amber, but it's basically woody and musky. And I know there's a cedar note that they added here, but really I think it's gonna be a lot of ISOE Super right here. Musky, woody. There's that Peru balsam, a little bit of that balsamic amber touch right there, but it's gonna be woody, musky. And then the other note that really finishes it off is going to be your patchouli, guys. Okay, you're gonna get that green spike of patchouli in the end of this fragrance mixed with musk and woods. Okay, it's a little bit synthetic, but then this is really part of almost every Louis Vuitton fragrance out there. I mean, if you like Louis Vuitton fragrances, you know that this is going to be a part of that. So I like this part. It's a nice woody, musky ending, really. As you end this whole thing, it's a definite gradient. It's a nice ending to this fragrance. Now let's look into the big one right here, the big factor, which is performance, guys. Okay, we can't do much about the price. I mean, this is Louis Vuitton. They are going to price it higher than what the average person can afford. We can't do nothing about that. But the performance is something that these fragrances are getting criticized on, guys. So this fragrance, let me describe it. First and foremost, it's going to be an initial strong blast, okay? This is something that's reminiscent of other Louis Vuitton fragrances, where you get an initial strong blast, a strong sillage, if you will, that does last a couple hours, guys, okay? Now, after a couple hours, this fragrance starts to settle into a beautiful personal lingering scent, okay? It does linger around you, and the total hours for me is 7 hours, okay? It's 7 hours for Sur La Rue, not 2, but 7, okay? 7 hours with maybe a couple hours of really strong sillage, and then a lingering scent into a skin scent past the 7-hour mark, guys. Okay, so that is the performance of this. As always, guys, if you did have a full bottle, you can always overspray, right? You can always overspray if you want it a little bit more dialed up, but I wouldn't say that this fragrance is weak, that it dies within 2 hours. I think that you will get a decent performance from this fragrance right here. This fragrance to me is also highly unisex, okay? It is pretty unisex because there are no notes that really make it lean towards masculine or feminine. Ultimately, it is a pretty gender neutral type of fragrance. Again, it's inoffensive, it's pretty positive. So I think that both guys and gals can get a kick out of this fragrance wearing this in those hot months. And with that being said, this fragrance is a straight shooter when it comes to those hot months, or if you live in the lands of always summer, guys, this will work amazing, guys. I mean, right here in Cali, the weather is still up and down. I mean, we still get those crazy hot days. And so as you can see with my vial, I'm almost done because I've enjoyed wearing this, going outdoors and really feeling those crisp notes in the air, guys, as well as that green grass accord. So I think that if you do live in places where it's always hot, and you know, you want to go bougie a little bit, you know, with a fragrance that's Louis Vuitton, I think that this is a great addition to your lineup if that's pretty much what you're looking for. Ultimately, I think that this is a nice fragrance, guys. I don't think it's gonna match up with like Meteore or Imagination. I don't think it's gonna match up with those. I think those are better than this one right here, and that kind of reflects the pecking order of why I only reviewed it just now. But I think, like I said, the simplicity of this fragrance is what's good about it, okay? It's simple, it's effective, it's a grabber. So, you know, if that's what you're looking for, I think, you know, you will definitely find that here in this little European road trip in a bottle, if you will, with this fragrance Sur La Rue. Okay, so that is it. That is my review of Louis Vuitton's Sur La Rue. Let me know on the comments below what y'all think of this fragrance. Do you guys own this full bottle in your collection, guys? And how does it match up with your other citruses? Do you guys love this as your citrus scent? Is this your grabber? Let me know and share your experiences below, guys. And again, please do not forget to like and subscribe. We are headed to 13,000 real quickly, guys. So thank you so much for your support. I'll see you guys on the next video tomorrow. God bless, take care, peace.